The pyramids of Giza stand as eternal monuments to human ingenuity, but behind their grandeur lies a question that continues to puzzle historians. How were they built? For centuries, the prevailing myth suggested that uncountable armies of slaves toiled under brutal conditions to construct these monumental tombs for the pharaohs. But what if the truth lay hidden in the fine details, the very stones that make up these enigmatic structures? Modern archaeology has unearthed evidence from workers' villages near Giza that paints a different picture, revealing not a slave labor force, but a massive labor force. But what did these discoveries actually reveal? Was there really no slavery involved in their construction? Let's find out in today's episode of Fake It Till You Make It. The discovery of worker villages near the Giza Plateau provided an invaluable window into the lives of those who constructed these enduring monuments. Archaeologists uncovered remnants of homes, workshops, and even recreational areas inhabited by the labor force that built the pyramids between 2050 and 2030 BC. Within these settlements, they found a surprising array of artifacts, including furniture, tools, and toys, which challenged the stereotypical image of a slave encampment. Far from being mere relics of a brutal regime, these everyday objects hinted at a more nuanced reality. They suggested a community of skilled artisans and proud craftspeople who took pride in their work and their lives. The presence of such personal belongings pointed to a level of dignity and respect afforded to these individuals, who, contrary to popular belief, were far from chattel. Among the most compelling evidence was the discovery of medical instruments and a surprisingly high number of mummies from the workers' village, indicating that the laborers received medical attention and that their lives were valued. In fact, analysis of these mummies revealed not the emaciated bodies of a starved and overworked population, but rather those of relatively healthy individuals with evidence of good nutrition. This directly contradicts the long-held belief that the pyramid builders were subjected to inhumane treatment. Instead, it paints a picture of a workforce that was cared for and sustained by the Egyptian state, suggesting a more collaborative and empathetic approach to labor than previously imagined. But how did these people end up working on the pyramids? Contrary to the notion of forced servitude, archaeological findings suggest that the workforce was primarily composed of farmers who came from all over Egypt to work on the pyramids. During the crucial agricultural off-season, these farmers temporarily abandoned their fields and converged near Giza. This seasonal migration created a vast labor pool, enabling the rapid construction of the pyramids. To manage this fluctuating population, the Egyptian state implemented a sophisticated system of labor organization. Officials oversaw the distribution of tasks, ensuring that the workforce was efficiently deployed across various stages of the construction process. This intricate system facilitated the rotation of workers through different roles, allowing them to acquire new skills and contribute to various aspects of the project. However, it was not solely a system of organization that kept this massive workforce together. Ancient Egyptians had a strong sense of community and civic duty. Working on the pyramids was seen as a patriotic endeavor, a way to contribute to the prosperity and stability of Egypt. This collective consciousness fostered a sense of unity among the workers, who took pride in their shared responsibility to honor the pharaoh and advance the nation's legacy. Moreover, beyond the ideological motivations, the workers were attracted by substantial wages, food rations, and the promise of social advancement. These tangible incentives provided a powerful draw for individuals seeking to improve their economic standing and secure a better future for themselves and their families. The allure of financial gain and material well-being further contributed to the massive turnout of workers who flocked to Giza during the building season. The actual logistics of the construction process were nothing short of astonishing. Despite popular misconceptions, the workforce did not consist of slaves, but rather a diverse group of skilled and unskilled laborers, including farmers, craftsmen, and specialists from various trades. This diversity of expertise was crucial for the successful completion of such a complex project. The workforce was not confined to a single location, but instead was dispersed across several work camps near the Giza plateau. These camps were not rudimentary settlements, but rather organized communities equipped with basic amenities such as housing, medical facilities, and places of entertainment. Now we come to the transportation of the limestone blocks used in the construction of the pyramids. Contrary to the belief that they were dragged uphill using brute force, evidence suggests that the stones were moved using sledges and lubricated sand. This method, known as wet sand masonry, allowed for the efficient and controlled movement of heavy stones with minimal effort. Once in place, the stones were carefully adjusted and precisely fitted together with astonishing accuracy. This meticulous craftsmanship is a testament to the skill and precision of the workforce. Finally, the actual placement of the stones is a feat of engineering that continues to amaze modern-day experts. Contrary to the assumption that the stones were haphazardly stacked, they were systematically lifted and arranged in a highly ordered fashion. This deliberate approach ensured stability and longevity, contributing to the pyramid's enduring presence in the landscape. In essence, the construction process itself provides ample evidence against the theory of slave labor. The very nature of the project demanded a skilled and well-organized workforce capable of executing precise and intricate tasks. What does this all mean? Well, first and foremost, it means that the cost of building the pyramids was much higher than previously thought. It wasn't just about the materials or the sheer physical effort involved, but also about the social and economic implications. Constructing these pyramids required a significant portion of the population to be diverted from agricultural pursuits to labor-intensive work. This shift had profound consequences for the economy and daily life in ancient Egypt. While the workforce was not comprised of enslaved individuals, it certainly required a great deal of organization and coordination to keep so many people working towards a common goal. The state had to invest heavily in infrastructure, including bakeries, breweries, and medical facilities to support the massive labor force. It was one of the earliest examples of large-scale labor management in history. Furthermore, the construction of the pyramids led to the development of new technologies and techniques, including the use of copper tools and ramps for moving stones. These innovations not only facilitated the construction of the pyramids, but also had wider applications in other areas of Egyptian society. However, the most significant aspect of the high cost of the pyramids was the impact on Egyptian society as a whole. The construction projects often lasted for decades, and each pyramid served as a massive public works program that mobilized people from all social classes. This sense of shared purpose and accomplishment likely contributed to the development of a strong sense of Egyptian identity and national pride. In conclusion, the cost of building the pyramids was truly staggering, but not in the way we might have imagined. It wasn't just about the price in gold or the number of slaves used, but the broader social, economic, and technological implications. The pyramids were built by a massive labor force of farmers and specialists who were drawn to the project by a combination of economic incentives, patriotic duty, and personal ambition. The workforce was not enslaved, but rather a vital part of ancient Egyptian society whose contributions were essential to the prosperity and glory of the nation. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.